Okay, everybody, today we're making one of my favorites. We're making a basil kale pesto with fresh kale and fresh basil from my garden. We've got some great Parmesan Reggiano, a couple cloves of garlic, one of my favorite brands of pasta, Spaghettini, really great olive oil, a little bit of salt. This dish comes together really quickly. Let's get into it. We're not going to dice the garlic, we're just going to smash it. So, with the blade flat side down, give it a little pop with your hand. And that skin easily comes off. Set aside. I've gone over in several different videos when I use a box grater to grate Parmesan. I typically use this side if it's going to be going into a carbonara, into a Caesar salad, and I'll use this if I want to have some sort of a finishing Parmesan for the end. But today we're just going to use this and just standing it straight up. That's about all you need. Might be a bit much, to be honest. I'll probably start with about 2/3 of that. Okay, now we just want to stem all of the basil. So this is, again, I'm really fortunate to be able to have this garden in the backyard. So I've always got access to tons of fresh basil. And just pick it off from the stems. It doesn't matter if you get a little bit of the stems in there. Just stay away from the really hard woodsy ones. But these little guys are fine. So to destem your kale, I always just be consistent with your movements. I just put the thick end to one side. I grab about 1/3 of the way down, peel off all the leaves, and then I give a final tug to the ends. Thick side down, I grab 1/3 of the way down, peel that off, then grab the stem and lift it up. Okay, at this point, let's get a pot of water on the stove, salt it, and start bringing it up to a boil. Now we're just going to lightly toast the pine nuts. I just use this sort of small size little pan. You've got 1/2 cup of pine nuts right in there. And that's it. We just want to keep these things moving until they get a nice light brown, sort of golden color. You got to keep your eyes on. Pine nuts can go like from brown to burnt really quickly, so you just got to keep your eye on them. Not step away, as I have a tendency to do. I can smell these things starting to toast up. They emit this incredible aroma. Obviously, a very nutty aroma. You can see them getting a little brown there. Probably 30 seconds away from these being done. And the trick is, you want to get them out of the pan. If you just turn the heat off and leave them aside, that pan's still hot. They're going to keep toasting. That's it. They're done. So, temp off. Right into a bowl. And that is exactly what you want. Get your Cuisinart ready, start loading it up. So kale, fresh basil we just picked, all of those toasted pine nuts, 3 cloves of garlic, do about 2/3 of the Parmesan, a big glug of olive oil, about 1/2 cup, and let's start blending. So you want to keep your eye on this, and you're going to keep adding olive oil in until you see this start to get to the consistency that you want. So take the lid off and check on it as much as you want. And you want to use a rubber spatula to sort of knock a little stragglers off the side back down into the middle, and just keep blending. You are looking for a nice smooth consistency that still has sort of a nutty mouthfeel. So I just keep this going, keep the top open, keep your eye along the side, and you're going to see the consistency of your pesto. And just keep adding olive oil until you get it exactly where you want. And hey, if you had too much to fit in at the beginning, you can now throw in the last little bits of any basil or kale that you've got. And I always top it up with a little more Parmesan, a little more olive oil. And again, you're just looking for that really smooth, nice and nutty consistency. Okay, so you can see that this is not quite there yet. It still looks like it's a little raw, like there's, you know, sort of big chunks of kale in there. So we're just gonna add a little salt. There's that extra Parmesan. A little bit more olive oil is gonna go in there. Lid back on and keep pureeing this until you get to that consistency. That's the consistency we're looking for. Perfect. Okay, so I always like to just, as soon as it's done, we're just going to put this into a little deli container. And that can store in the fridge for up to about 5 days. You might want to put just a little topper of olive oil right on the surface. Keeps it from, you know, discoloring. And if you've made a ton of it, like I have, and you're not going to use it, you can freeze this. It'll stay in your freezer for 2 or 3 months. It would not last that long in this house, but it will last in your freezer. So we're just going to, from a cold pan, add a few little glugs of olive oil. This is getting close to al dente, so I'm just going to change burners. Okay, we are al dente. I've got this up over medium heat. We're not going to fry the pasta. We just want to give it a nice little coat and some olive oil, some of that pasta water in there. We've got all the pasta in there, a little ladle of water, and we're going to put in at least 3 big heaping teaspoons of this really delicious fresh pesto. And gently with your tongs, you don't want to rip the pasta and break it up. I just want to get that mixed in. So I'm going to throw in, this is a full 500 grams of pasta, so I'm definitely going to put in another couple tablespoons and a little more water. Just break that sauce up a bit. Just look for the little blobs where it's clumping up. I'm going to put just a touch more pasta water. Now, I didn't salt this pasta water as much as I normally would because I'm going to add so much in. Taking that off heat. And this is done. Always tricky getting it off. These tongs with the larger heads. That looks good. So, you want to just take a little extra parm. Get it on the edges too, so you got some to sort of prop up. And there you have it. Gorgeous kale, basil, pesto with spaghettini. It's the best part of the whole day. Man, I eat a lot of pasta. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe below. Comment. Tell me something else that you guys want to see me make. You let me know what you want in the comments below, and I'll probably make it.